Hello and welcome to your Twin Flame Blueprint Tarot reading. This reading is for those of you who have a twin flame that is an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And the overall message of the earth energy is this life journey, your earth twin flame is here to teach you a lot about manifestation, a lot of earthly experience, as well as deep, deep, deep love. So those of you that have a twin flame who is an earth sign, those are the primary lessons that they are meant to teach you this life journey. And if you are an earth sign, you are teaching them the same lessons. It's a big expansion to the earth plane experience, all right? And if you are a water sign, you are meant to teach your twin flame a lot of emotional growth and expansion. If you are an air sign, you are meant to teach your twin flame a lot of mental growth and consciousness expansion and evolution. And if you are a fire sign, you are meant to teach your earth twin flame a lot of soul lessons and awakening and activation, okay? So your twin flame being an earth sign, they are meant to teach you a lot about the earth plane, this life journey. And these Merkabahs are the representation of both of you, your light bodies, all right? So we will set these right here and get into your reading, and we're going to start with pulling some past life energy, the past life that you recently shared, and see how that plays into these earth lessons that your twin flame is bringing to you this life journey and expanding you. Okay, so trees are coming out. A lot of spiritual focus in past lifetimes. Next is male, female. Your roles were reversed in the last lifetime. So if you are a female this lifetime, you were in the masculine form last lifetime, and you're masculine being in the feminine. Or, you know, you guys could be the same gender this lifetime, you know, just depending on your path. And you would have been the opposite of what you are this life journey. So you guys have switched roles, so to speak. And now we have High Priest or Priestess. Okay, yes, last life journey, big emphasis on spiritual expansion, growth, and awakening. And you both achieved quite a bit. And again, you were in opposite roles than you are this life journey with each other. So, whereas last life was really focused on the spiritual, both of you, this life journey, again, is going to be very earth-based, very physically based for you. You and this twin flame could, you know, do a lot of traveling. You could create a business together this life journey, or this twin flame is really going to teach you a lot about like money, finances, investing, business wise. Also, again, there is a significant expansion in the heart chakra that's going to come through your earth twin flame this life journey. So let's pull some cards to dig in to the spiritual lessons that come forth in this life journey from the evolution that you guys received in this previous lifetime. Manifestations spirit guide. So there is a spirit guide that is assigned specifically to this twin flame journey between the two of you in this lifetime. And this spirit guide is going to ensure that every lesson that you and your twin flame have signed up for this journey is going to happen, is going to unfold. Next, we have the Eight of Manifestations, and I'm not surprised to see this because this really is about learning and expanding in the earth plane, becoming very independent, money savvy, a lot of, I just keep going back to business. I don't know why. This twin flame of yours is like really going to teach you about money, the value of money, help you become a better manifester. They may be be somebody who is very in tune with like energy and vibration, and they kind of bring that into your life, or different circumstances and situations that they leave you in kind of forces you to become much stronger, more resourceful, which ultimately causes you to have a much more abundant earthly experience. So the way that that lesson comes through is different, you know, just depending on your life journey with each other. Some of you, this person, this earth sign twin flame, already is very well established financially in this life, and you learn a lot through them. Or it could be that different things that happen and play out through the journey cause you to have to become much more resourceful and independent. And in that space, you really create a way for yourself financially, and you become very financially strong and stable this life journey. Next out is the Phoenix rising. So there is like this total destruction that takes place, and then rising from ruins in a much more empowered version. So this could be like your life journey before you align with this twin flame. You really struggle, you really suffer, and when you come into union, life really changes for you, and you become a master manifester of your own world, and you learn through this twin flame. Or what this twin flame puts you through is where you become very strong and independent on your own through this Phoenix rising. And now we have the Seven of Lessons. So I know that this twin flame and you are going to go through a lot of heavy stuff with the Seven of Lessons, but it's to make you quite wise and very resourceful. I keep hearing that word, resourceful. I feel like the different situations and circumstances that you experience with this twin flame, it forces you to try new things, to get creative, because some of you, it's like this twin flame puts you in a very negative financial situation, and from there you really rise from the ashes, okay? Because twin flame lessons can play out in a much more harmonious way, but for most of us it plays out in a very heavy sort of way, because twin flame facilitates the most expansion and growth within you this life journey. So there are meant to be some heavy life lessons, but ultimately it's what causes you to become a powerhouse at some point along your journey. And lastly, we have the Ace of Intuition. So from this twin flame connection and what you experience, and even look what's next, the energy worker, okay? You truly become the master of energy. You start seeing life in a whole different perspective because of what you experience with this twin flame. And some of you, again, I feel it's because this twin flame, it's already very well established, and you learn a lot from them, and that helps you become very financially strong and independent on your own, even if you're still in union with them, okay? And for others of you, I feel like what this twin flame puts you through, and just the different heavier lessons that unfold, is ultimately what causes your destruction as well as your resurrection into a much stronger version of yourself than ever before, and you become unstoppable. Like when you've been through the worst and you rise above, nothing can get you down. You're no longer afraid. You break a lot of chains that hold you down, hold you back through this relationship with your twin flame, and it comes through various lessons, but there's also an activation that takes place within the soul, and then you just see it all. You understand energy, you understand life, you understand your purpose, and you're just much more empowered. And this activation has to do with this high priestess energy of last life journey. You are a very spiritually wise being, and it's like through the destruction and your resurrection, you come into this knowing and you become very solid and strong on your own. So let's pull some cards and see the transition of the spiritual lessons and how it plays out in your physical experience with each other. Okay, so we have liberation, power, fulfillment, self-attainment. Yeah, see, it's right there. You really become a much stronger version of yourself through this connection, and you know that means there is definitely some heavy lessons with that 7 of lessons there. And now we have galactic guidance, star family, assistance, cooperation. So this goes back to this high priest, high priestess energy. Those of you who identify as starseed, this is your confirmation of that for both you and your twin flame. And when I see that for starseed energy, it's more about blue flame love, where it's a very supportive love, and this life journey, this twin flame is really meant to push you beyond anything you feel you can take and you can handle, to the point you feel that you break, because you rise into such an amazing version of yourself. You are so strong and empowered, connected into your spiritual magic and light, and there's no stopping you. And if this doesn't take place because of everything that unfolds within this relationship, it's like you meet this twin flame after you've gone through dark night of the soul, and you've found your way, and as you come into union with this twin flame, life really changes for you, and you're not in a place of like financially hurt or struggle or any of that, and you're very awakened at the soul, third eye, absolutely activated. And with this manifestation spirit guide as well as the galactic guidance coming in, I do feel both of you have a higher mission than just your earthly experience for this life journey. There's definitely some spiritual work for the collective of humanity that you both signed up for. So let's see how your twin flame journey plays out in the physical. All right, twin flame journey, love it. And that's coming right out under the manifestation spirit guide. So manifestations is earth energy in this particular deck. So that's a beautiful confirmation of your earth sign twin flame. But you guys have a spirit guide that's attached to this twin flame journey for this lifetime. So everything you both signed up for at the soul does happen and unfold. Next, we have revelations, major awakening and learning through this earth sign twin flame. And we have a temporary reconnection coming through. So for some of you, there's definitely going to be a period of separation and some back and forth type of energy during that separation. And now we have empathic connection. No matter near or far, you guys are connected at the soul. You always feel them. They always feel you. In separation, if they're going through something, you're going to pick up on that energy. If they're missing you, you're going to pick up on that energy, and vice versa. And lastly, look at that. Only you. You guys will always find your way back to each other, because there is nobody better suited for you, and there's nobody better suited for your twin flame than you. And again, you have this spirit guide right here that is going to make sure that every lesson is learned and received, the evolution is received, and that major heart activation that also comes through is attached to this past life energy and the awakening at the soul and the third eye. Because once, you know, we get through these challenges, because there is some challenge here with the Phoenix rising and the 7 of lessons, once you guys get through those challenges, when we come back together in union, it's a different experience. It's that blue flame love energy, and your connection is more spiritually based. Like you guys have, you know, have a spiritually based business. You're like doing Reiki. You're doing like a lot of things for humanity, you know, charity work, volunteer work. There's just some aspect of your connection that's very based on helping and uplifting others once we come back together in full union. All right, so let's pull some more cards and just go a little bit further. So we have the feminine of karmic energy, spiritually gifted masculine, and I'm not surprised to see that just because, and look at that blue energy, because I do see some spiritual mission going on. Next is a 7 of heart energy. And that's you guys dreaming of each other and just a confirmation of that empathic connection. Ace of heart energy and Ace of ego energy. Okay. So, I do feel with the feminine of karmic, there's definitely going to be some karmic relationship interference, whether, you know, you guys break up and one of you gets in a karmic, or when you guys come into union, one of you is really struggling to get over a karmic and work through that energy. That is present. So that is going to be one of these lessons that comes through in this journey. All right. But with the spiritually gifted masculine, that's just a confirmation for me that, you know, the two of you, once you move through these lessons and you both activate and awaken, it's more about, you know, spiritually based, what you do for others, like in this previous lifetime. But again, you both are very solid financially in a good place. And with this 7 of heart energy, through separation, you guys meet in dream time and, you know, try to work different things out. And there's also this galactic council and the spirit guide. Like, you guys are in union with other beings that are helping assist you with your twin flame journey, as well as your personal missions that you both signed up for for this lifetime. And here with the Ace of heart energy, you are the love of their life, they are the love of your life, but there is going to be a bit of ego issue that you guys have to work through. And this could be part of the 7 of lessons, where there is the love, but there is some ego that has to be overcome, and that could go back to this karmic energy. So let's pull the soul promises that you made to them and that they made to you before you guys incarnated into this life journey. We're going to start with the promises you made to them. All right, Ace of Swords. If you are an earth sign, if you are an air sign, this is very powerful confirmation of you expanding and activating that mental body of theirs. A lot of mental evolution taking place because of their connection with you. And even if you are not an air sign, that's part of what you promised them, is like you were going to bring them into a place of truth. You would always speak the truth to them, but also force them to see the heavier truths about themselves and really bring them into a like profound awakening at the soul. So you promised that, and that you would protect them and love them, you know, in union. And next we have the Queen of Pentacles coming through. So as this energy, this is where you made a promise of, I, you know, will take care of you, I will provide for you, I will be a very nurturing, loving force that you can count on, and I will grow and I will evolve and I will become very strong, solid, and stable in this life journey. And number 5, the 5 of Wands. This is a promise where you said, I will challenge you, I will trigger you, I will activate you through the things that I say and through the things that I do. I will not always be easy, and when I'm hard, it's for your highest good because I'm helping you grow and expand. All right, so you promised that you would teach them some lessons, but that you would always be a very stable, strong, steady force that they could count on, that is filled with honesty. So let's see what they promised you. All right. They promised you a healing and wish fulfillment, okay? So at some point along this journey, there is this beautiful healing, and, you know, when they are in, fully in, they're in, and there's no getting rid of them, okay? And this comes after you guys have worked through this 7 of lessons, but it's like once we've worked through the heavy stuff and we can join in union under this more supportive blue flame love energy, there's no getting rid of me. But also the star seed, such a strong connection for some star seeds out there. And now the 10 of Swords. So this is a promise where this twin flame, this earth twin flame, told you, I am going to put you through a lot of heavy, hard life lessons. But again, this is to grow you and activate you in the earth plane, make you very strong, stable, and independent on your own, which is what you wanted, okay? So this is a promise. Even though I love you, I will put you through these lessons for your highest good, for your expansion that you want to receive this lifetime. And now we have the 9 of Wands, and this is like, no matter what, my love for you will never die, and I will always find my way back to you. Okay, so you guys definitely signed up with each other for some heavier, harder lessons this life journey, but you both need to be very strong, stable, and independent, and then this beautiful activation takes place in each of you, and this spiritual awakening and awareness comes forth. And again, your union is more about your spiritual connection from that point forward. And you know, there's definitely this big destruction and rising from ruin with the phoenix rising here. So you know, through the heavy stuff, really connect to your spirit guides and say, what am I supposed to learn? How am I supposed to grow through these lessons right now? Because you do have this spirit guide that is absolutely intent on making sure that you learn everything you signed up for. You come into these revelations as well as your earth sign twin flame. So call upon this spirit guide and ask, you know, in those times where you feel really challenged, struggling, unsure, sadness, you know, what is the purpose of this? How am I supposed to manifest? How am I supposed to shift this energy? What understanding do I need to gain and come into? And this spirit guide will absolutely come in and help you. So let's pull some cards to see where you currently are at with this earth sign twin flame and where it's headed in the very near future. Okay, so there's loyalty, mutual spiritual awakening, intimate conversation, forever changed, and mutual damage. Okay, so where you both are at right now is there is an awakening taking place in each of you at this time that you're watching this reading, and there may have been some issues of loyalty between you and twin flame in the past, and you know, the way that it has hurt you, they are not left unscathed with mutual damage. They are just as hurt as you are, even if it was their own actions that caused separation or destruction within this union. Their own energy has harmed them, okay? And where I feel you guys are headed is this mutual spiritual awakening, and that comes after these lessons have been fully gained within you and within this twin flame. And there is going to be this conversation, and this right here could be a reunion for some of you, and for others of you this is a beautiful shift in the current union of a twin flame journey, where you guys are awakening and your conversation is going to shift and you're going to change, and you're just going to a whole new level of experiencing each other, and your focus of the relationship is going to become more spiritually based, and that could just be for your own, you know, growth and expansion. But for many of you, I do feel you signed up for a mutual spiritual mission to uplift and heal and help humanity evolve this life journey, because you guys have it right there, the soul evolution coming through as the high priest and priestess, as well as the galactic council also coming through. So a lot of your union and coming back together is for spiritual work and mission that you both signed up for, and the love between you is a lot different than what you have experienced in the past, okay? So those of you who are in separation, there is this awakening that's starting to happen, and there is going to be a conversation that takes place. So let's pull some cards and see if we can get some timing for that. Okay, well, I guess there we go. Okay, so we've got 2 5s and a 6 going on. We have the 5 of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the 6 of Swords. So some of you, I could see, you know, 5 and 6 being the months of May and June that this is taking place. Or for others of you, this like coming back together in union, where we're more spiritually connected, is taking place within the next 5 to 6 months. Okay, so May, June significant, or 5, 6 months from the time you view this reading could be significant for coming back together. And those of you who are currently in union, I do feel May and June are significant and powerful for this spiritual awakening and coming out of some heavier energy. You know, the spirit guide right here, bringing you closer, and then there you guys are, you know, closer, moving on to smoother, calmer waters ahead. So May or June, or over the next 5, 6 months, a lot is shifting and changing in this twin flame. So let's, twin flame union. So let's pull some advice. Okay, so we have the Guardians, shielding, defense, warning. All right, so with the Guardians coming in, along with Galactic Council and the Spirit Guide, you guys have a lot of spirits around both of you, directing you and guiding you. And just depending on where you're at in this journey, I highly recommend you open up to those guides much more, because they will help ease your heart and your mind about this union with your twin flame, and help you understand all the things that you need to grow and evolve into. And remember, as bad as you're hurting, those of you in separation, your twin flame is not spared from the pain. They feel it too. They're just experiencing it in a different way than you are. And, you know, those of you who are currently in union, over May, June, or the next 5 to 6 months, there's a major activation happening, a mutual spiritual awakening. And these spirits are a big part of that, facilitating that, because you guys have a spiritual mission together this life journey. So those are your messages for those of you that have an earth sign twin flame. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care.